All right, time's now 5:13. Let's switch gears. Get back over to Peyton.
Thank you, Leslie. Happy Tuesday morning, everybody. We're starting off on a much quieter note than we did yesterday. We had some big storms over parts of Hammond yesterday. This morning, quite the opposite. We are waking up dry. Take a look at live radar. Not much happening across the region, and I really don't think we're going to see a lot of rain today. Now, yesterday, we had flash flood warnings across the metro area. We had flash flood warnings up on the North Shore. Today, that doesn't look as likely. Now, I still have a chance for some thunderstorms, mainly through the afternoon, but this is in the 2, 3, the 4 o'clock, the 5 o'clock hour. We may see 1 or 2 storms pop up. So don't be surprised if you see a dark cloud once you're out and about today, and you might get under that and get some heavy rain, but it shouldn't be widespread. High temperatures for most will be approaching 90 degrees, especially if you miss the rain. You're going to be sunny and a little bit hot. That's not changing. Look at this, fairly uniform. I just don't see any reason to go with rain chances any higher at this point. Now, I still think there's going to be a few storms each day, and we'll take it day by day to see if we're going to change it. But for now, I'm thinking each day looks similar through the rest of the work week, through at least Friday. Rain chances 30%. It looks like we're going to begin to dry out this weekend. We might still see a storm or two this weekend, especially near the coast, but it should be on the isolated side, so most people not dealing with rain this weekend. And right now, it's the battle of the moisture and the battle of the dry air. We've gotten to that point of the season where I think we're all just thinking, please, Lord, give me some dry air and some cooler air. Now, I don't really have cooler air for you, but I do see signs that maybe that dry air wins out the battle, pushes some of that deep tropical moisture in the Gulf by Sunday and Monday, which means our humidity would probably drop off some towards early next week. No really cold air coming. Don't get excited about that, but maybe we can get that nicer feeling air in here by the end of the weekend and early next week. Still a ways out. Things could change, but hopefully that trend does continue. Now, our temperatures, this is better, I guess. Our average high now is 86. We're forecasting average highs by the end of the week, so we're not forecasting any big cool down, but temperatures will moderate back down into the mid-80s by Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then by early next week. While we get the drier air here, it's probably still going to be on the warm side. So what do we need to get some cold air? Well, we got to get the jet stream taking a little trip down south, and right now it's locked up way to the north. This is where your cold air is. Now, as we get into the colder months, it's when your jet stream becomes more active. It'll dive down to the south, and that can bring the colder air. But for now, the big ridge extending all the way up through the Great Lakes, that's what the red is. That's your ridge, and when you have that, you're going to have warmer temperatures. So the warm temperatures extend all the way up to nearly Canada for the next week to maybe even 2 weeks. I just don't see any signs that that jet stream is going to get more active our direction and send the colder air. Now, usually, I was going back and looking at the data, usually around the 3rd week of October, we traditionally get a fairly strong cold front. We'll see. It's been a summer, so hopefully that's not a sign of what's heading our way in October. Now, the tropics for us still remaining fairly inactive. The area of showers and storms you see here is associated with the disturbance. Models aren't very aggressive. We'll watch it, but for now, not expecting it to do much. And then we've got 2 other features, Invest 91 and Philippe. Now, if you've been watching, Invest 91 is probably going to become Rena in the coming days and trail right behind Philippe. Also, Philippe, if you've been watching it, the cone has been shifting around. Now, it does get it closer to Puerto Rico by this weekend, but notice weakening quite a bit. So it's going to slow down, stall out, and probably weaken. And then what's soon to be Rena is going to take over and probably go out to sea. So I don't see either one of these being a big issue for anyone at this point. We can never let our guard down. It is still hurricane season. I usually don't like to really give the all clear sign until at least mid-October, but sometimes, as we've seen, Zeta back a couple of years ago, that was a Halloween hurricane, so it can happen even late in the season, although that is extremely rare. There's your 7-day forecast. We're going to watch temperatures moderate back down into the mid-80s towards the end of the work week, maybe an isolated storm each day, and then for your weekend, it is trending drier. Your marine forecast, winds are going to be fairly calm today and tomorrow, but they'll start to pick up on Thursday at 10 to 15 knots. High tide running through the afternoon today, and your low tide running into this evening.